Hi. Just gonna let my computer catch up for a second because it's always, well, lately, I don't know, it feels like a retrograde. And we're going. Okay, cool. Okay, let's do our weekly forecast. There is a lot of intensity for us right now, and I hate to say it, but there's more to come. So we're in this little gateway opening right now of receiving, like to explain it as simply as I can. Starseeds will get this more than anybody else, but energy is coming down and the earth is being shifted. She's being healed with some plasmic energy. And then we've got a lot of solar flares going on, which is affecting our equilibrium. It's affecting a lot. But anyway, it's the energy that's coming down to the earth. So normally we ground very deeply into the earth, but this timeline right now, she's actually coming up through us. So we're getting this weird energy flip. And the results of that for us are crazy equilibriums. We're getting dizzy, ringing of the ears, exhausted. Like, is anyone else? Like, I cannot wait for bed. I am so excited. Um, yeah, so we're going to be feeling lots of shifting. And this gateway is all about, and it closes tomorrow night. So the energy with it is all about what we need to be looking at coming to the surface for us to have a look, heal it, transform it, and then to move in. And then we've got beautiful, phenomenal energy coming for us in July and August. Not the whole 8 weeks or 9 weeks or whatever it is, but there's going to be these very beautiful peaks of joy, of love, of so good. So we've been going through a lot in June, a lot of shifting, and we can see that collectively, we can see that globally. A lot of it is not very pleasant, but it's been a powerful shifting month. I'm not going to talk about the logistics of what's going on, but with us individually. And now we're going into this integration period where we're being asked to look at the clarity that we've received through June. So whether that's clarity on purpose, clarity on love, clarity on walking away from things. So a lot of people walking away from a lot of stuff right now. And what we really truly want and what serves us individually and collectively is the integration period for July and August. So on the third Sunday, I always do on the first Sunday of a month at 10:30 in the morning a live forecast. So you can catch that on diamondknow.com if you want to join that. So we're going to break down the whole month. But in the newsletter, I had to tap in. I had to know. I have had so many incredible, powerful changes in June for me that I was like, what is coming? So I tapped in. It's all about love. It's about new connections. It's about your soul tribe coming in. It is about us coming together as a strong light and being stronger together. So you're going to start seeing your soul tribe people you'll just be meeting randomly, and you'll be like, oh my gosh, like I feel like I've known you my whole life. We're going to have this beautiful shift. And then collectively, when we come together, we become stronger and we become brighter individually and as a crew, right? Like as a soul family. So there's a lot of beautiful things coming with that. Now, having said all that, there's going to be like, our world needs to change. Like, really, it's 2022. What the actual F needs to change. And in order for that to happen, there's going to be a bit of destruction. And in that destruction will come what we are looking for and what we are aching for. But it feels a bit rocky. So we're going to have these peaks of rocky in July and August. Sorry, I'm not going to lie and be like, everything's love and light. It's not. We're going to have some rocky moments and we're going to have some heightened opportunities for connection. So it's really important to know what to do with that, number one, how to navigate it, and when it is. So for those of you joining the live on Sunday, when you're done, go on your calendar and highlight like red days as like don't do days. Just don't human that day. Stay in bed, whatever it is. And then we're going to highlight in another color like the powerful days and how to capitalize on that energy. So I'm really going to be dissecting that in the live on Sunday. Also, because it is so turbulent, where there's a special promo for moving from Survive to Thrive, the program where I teach the whole foundation of your ascension, your awakening process, as well as the science behind it. So there's like a secret little promo. It was put out in the newsletter, but you can just reach out to me and I'll give you details on that. That starts the 4th of July. Tonight's my last night with this crew. Again, crazy pivotal, beautiful changes. Like, I am so proud of these people. And this is all my life's work. This is 20 years of studying and my knowledge, all and my experiences, my downloads, and my clients' experiences, all crammed into one beautiful program. So it's super, super transformative, but not for the faint of heart. And it doesn't matter where you are in your spiritual journey. It's very digestible, but it's also incredibly powerful. So you're going to get all the quantum mechanics, how to apply science to your awakening. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's talk about this week, shall we? Let's connect in. I'm just hoping that we hear like, oh, we're going to feel more recharged because I am so tired. Okay. Doesn't want to come out. Let's connect in. Okay, there we go. Oh, and it's sticky. Super sticky. What does that mean? I don't know yet. A lot of messages. All right. Holy poo pants. Fuck a duck. Okay, here we go. There's a lot. There's a lot. So our overall theme is very dissect it. You're going to go into two waves, or there's two opportunities. A lot of polarity. There's two sides to a coin. So as good as it can get, or as heavy as it can get equally that good on the other side. And that is actually really cool, one of the universal laws. That's all in the program too. Every single universal law and how to apply it into your life. But the law of polarity is whatever you have endured, the depths, the heaviness, the contrast, the law of polarity states that it will be equally matched when you break the universal law of rhythm. So this is all about breaking cycles this week and shifting over from the loneliness, right? Like, loneliness is a thing right now. Like, I have the sensation of like, I want to go home. It's like the same as like, I want my mom energy. So we're going to be feeling the split in our contrast, and the law of polarity will work in your favor if you put your free thought towards the desired, and we can make the shift. So that's really exciting. I can feel that really beautifully, and I'm going to shift these into two different piles. Our overall theme is two separate messages, which means it's a be forewarned, be forearmed sort of energy. And then I have number 1, 2, and 3. So I want to know what when you're picking, but I want to know what resonates with you. I want to see where are we all at, right? I only know where my clients are. I talk to about 500 people a week. And between the courses and my one-on-ones, I know where a big chunk are, but I want to know where we're all at. So I'm just going to quickly look at the comments. Hi, ladies. We need some joy. Yeah, right? Mm-hmm. All right, let's do this. Okay, so we're going to go into our split overall theme. Again, this is the law of polarity, the contrast and the light. So I'm going to go into that contrast state. Yeah, this is good. It's good. It's not that bad. Okay, here we go. Okay, so overall arching theme is adaptability, is getting very clear in here. So there has been a lot of internal distraction going on. That's one of the things that have come through in the Tuesday night. We do an intergalactic membership where we do activations and we talk about what's going on with the planet and stuff. It's really great for starseeds. Well, it's all about the starseeds. And one of the messages that has been really strongly coming through is to stop being so distracted, which means, can we calm the mind? Can we get into that grounding space, which is a little bit more challenging with Gaia shifting right now. But this is about getting clear on that thought and getting ready to burn off what doesn't work for you. And in the 5 steps of creation, one of the little side steps is 5% action in order to create anything. So it's 5% action, which means the suggestion here in this contrast piece is, can you write a list of things that you want gone out of your life? Because when we get clear on what we don't want, we can become very clear on what we do want. So I'm hearing that, and I'm hearing on the opposite side, look at what you don't want and then write the exact opposite over here, and then all your focus needs to stay here this week on what we want to bring in our life. So instead of I'm tired, my statements generally go, oh my God, I'm going to love that. It's going to be awesome. Which is a totally different vibe, right? Okay, so there's that piece. I'm hearing that you may be experiencing as well, you may be in the motion of this, like a lot of us are, in looking at the people in your life and being like, oh, this doesn't feel great anymore. So conversation can support that, healthy boundaries can support that, but a lot of us are going to be saying goodbye to a lot of things. And these new beginnings are on their way. So when I look at the good side of this coin, it is about heart set on fire, passion set on fire. It is about your power being enhanced, a lot of solar plexus energy going on. So that's just above your, like navel, sorry. So just above your belly button, do some rubbing, do some circling there, do some body movement to let the energy move through your core because it's intense right now. And then there's this really great meditation. It's 8D audio on YouTube. Look up 8D audio, solar plexus or navel meditations. They're super powerful right now. So there's that shift. And then also, starseeds, you're going to be feeling sacred heart grid. So we have a sacred heart chakra behind our big chakra. There's your big heart chakra, then there's a sacred grid one. And that sacred heart chakra is being drastically activated across the board right now. And I think I've talked about this for a couple of weeks, but this just means that you're connecting into the matrix, the crystalline grid on the planet, which is the pyramids, the dragon skulls, or the dragon realm, the crystal skulls, the crystal world. So crystal therapy is going to be really good for you right now. Using your intuition to find out what helps enhance your vibration. So crystal therapy, like this, I'm so into crystals right now. They are always in my bra, or my pockets, under my pillow, like they're everywhere. I bring them everywhere. And this is to help our current frequency magnify. So it's like pick where you want to expand in your life. Put your focus on that so that you create the frequency of it, and then use crystals in association with enhancing that, and it helps magnify your vortex, which is super powerful. So that's our overall arching theme for this week. Here we go. Number 1. There's like a lot coming through. Just because I've talked to one of you quite regularly, and I know that you will see this at some point, I just wanted to show this card, and you will know what that means, and I love you for it, and it's very exciting. It's awesome, but let's get into what it means for the rest of us. So for the rest of us, what I'm hearing, number ones. Number ones is stop looking at the things you don't want in your life. Don't look for the things you don't want to see. So if that's your own reflection, your body image, if this is the undesirable characteristics in people in your life or your workplace or your boss or your actual job, if you're not loving it, don't put your focus on the things you don't want to see. Put your focus strictly on the vision. I'm hearing closing that door on negativity. This week for number ones, mind power, which is similar to the overall arching theme. Keep your thoughts in alignment, especially up until July 3rd, I'm hearing. I think this goes, well, which is Sunday, yeah. So the whole week. Strong thoughts. Don't look for the things you don't want to see. There's going to be completion of things. So if there's paperwork up in the air or something that you've really wanted for a long time, it's the door on it not coming is closing, so that you're going to start to see the results of it this week by keeping yourself in alignment in your thought pattern. So it's all about mind control. And then when I look at this little card that I shared with you, this is about embracing more intimacy and romance. So in order to keep your thoughts in alignment, you have to invoke or bring in passion into your life. And that could be passion about daydreaming about your vision, talking about it with a loved one, a soul friend, a partner, a lover, whatever. This is about daydreaming towards your future. This is very like, let's go into this vision of what we want to pull in and sort of put on blinders to the rest, number ones, which sounds lofty, but it actually really does work. So focus on what will be, what you are creating, what you are moving into, not what you've come from. So again, that's that law of polarity. Let's shift the story. Now, if you don't do that, I feel like you're going to have a week of like clumsy, disoriented, foggy brain, frustration, all the emotions, but nothing really drastic happening in your world, just the same shit over and over again. Like a little cycle of like, you might be just keep dropping stuff or something like that. But just this like an enhancement of what was. So let's shift it over. Anything that's not serving you, put it aside. All focus on what you want more of in your life or the very new thing that you want to bring in. So this is very enhancing energy. Let's go into number twos. Okay, number two is I can feel that it's been heavy for you. I can feel that there's been a lot of questioning, a lot of looking, a lot of searching. I can feel I have this thing, this concept or this idea, this romance, like I want either love or this passion or this purpose or whatever it is. And you haven't been feeling that come in. There's been no evidence of that, is what I'm hearing. So this week, I feel like unfortunately, I'm going to give you the forewarning, it's going to stick like that a bit. Like you, number twos, you may feel that you just can't get it or that you're two steps ahead, one step back sort of energy. So, how do we navigate that and what do we do with it, right? This is a high probability. The other piece of this is you're like everything's just on fire and you're like, F it, this is what I'm going for. And it's very fierce energy. But if you're in that space of like, I haven't really had a whole lot of like this thing coming in that I want, there's no evidence and I'm getting worn, I'm getting tired. This is because you are shifting. When we get new energy, we get a little integration period, which June or July and August are all about the integration. So number two is you're going to be feeling this integration a little bit sooner than the others. In the energy comes in and it's a higher vibration. So everything is energy. Your cellular structure vibrates at a certain, like the frequency vibrates at a certain pattern. And the more thrive you are in, the higher the vibration. The more survive you are in, the lower that vibration. And those lower vibrations are like a long, slow loop of like not feeling change happen. So to navigate this energy, it is all about like making yourself find more joy for you. So if you want to bring in love, you are going to create space for that person. You're going to act as though they already are there for you. So that means clearing at an end table so they have their own end table. It means making some space in your closet. And I know that you know all of this based on the law of attraction, but this is where it's different is if you can get your frequency to shift to match that person's frequency, then you connect faster because universal law is it will take the path of least resistance and the highest possible outcome will happen when you vibrationally match. So your energy, your vortex, your electromagnetic field needs to match theirs if you want love. If you want that soul purpose, you have to live and walk and talk and breathe and focus as though you are already in soul purpose. Create space for this week. This is all about where can I create space and getting back to that compass, that true navigation. So when we get into these spaces of not having confirmation, it sucks, I know. We lower our vibration because then we're like getting frustrated. So in order to go back to that, one of the things you can do is you can talk to past loved ones or your angel team or your spirit guides or your ascended masters or your galactic tribe if you're a starseed like I am. You don't have to know their name. You just simply say, the energies that are here for me, for my highest possible experience here, connect in, take everything else out, and show me signs. Give me evidence. I need confirmation right now in order to shift my vibration. And then you can either pick your sign or you'll just know what it is and then start to get that confirmation. So number two is because you're integrating sooner. So we get this energy. It takes time for our cellular structure to shift with it. And that's when we feel tired and that's when we feel dizzy and nauseated and a little hopeless almost, maybe. So if you're feeling that, to shift it, the confirmation is going to help you, and your team knows that. Whatever you're connected to already knows you. You just have to ask because you have free will. They cannot interrupt until you ask. So ask for that confirmation and then hold on because you're going to get a lot of those signs. But with the integration, it just takes time for your body to match the new energy. And as you match the new energy, you start to shift and then you see change happening. So it's being patient and to speed up that shift with your energy. It's just like number one. What are you putting your focus on? Because whatever story you're telling, you are putting into your vibration. You're putting it into your electromagnetic field, your vortex, and then you're going to have that mirrored back to you through the universal law of correspondence. So you have to keep that mind strong. That's going to be a theme going across the board for all of us. Keep the mind strong, keep it good. And like there's this little promise of you're protected, you're there. When I'm looking down at the energy here, there's so much light, and there's like this. I'll show you the card. So I'm just going to cover up the words because it's not about the words for me. Okay, so there's so much light and beautiful energy in this compass, right? But see all the things like starting to come in and like land in. This is what I'm seeing. It's just on the external of your, it's just outside your sphere. It's within reach. It's coming. So this is like a promise of just stay in trust and put your focus where you need to put it so that the universal laws can work with you, and ask for your sign, connect in, and start to learn your ascendant masters or whatever it is that you're working with. You can't get it wrong. Remember, I call upon the energies that are here for my highest possible outcome. Connect into me, remove everything else, give me a sign, help me learn you. Work through me, with me, for me. And you won't get it wrong. And you don't have to do it exactly like that, just whatever works. Okay, I want to go into number 3s, but I'm going to quickly check the comments. Brown noise is my favorite noise, Anna. Went to bed so early, yeah, right? Brown noise is absolutely my favorite noise. I love it. I sleep to it like a baby. Hey, Bridget. All right, sweet. Let's continue on to number 3s. I just ruined my whole screen, so now I can't even see myself. Hi. Okay, number 3s. Here we go. Okay, number 3s. Honor your power. That's pretty cool. Number 3s is all about powering up. It's about the overflow of power. It is about owning it, man. You are the storm. You are the storm. So you need to continue to amp up your power, what makes you feel powerful. And power is not a negative thing. Power does not mean dominance. It does not mean control. It does not mean I'm taking over. Power means the difference between a tea light candle and a big ass fire. It just has more purpose. That's all. It's just bigger, it's brighter, it does more. And it's not like wildfire. It's controlled energy. So this is about stepping into your power and not being afraid of it. I am seeing a little bit of you are afraid that it's like dark to be in power, or that power means greedy or controlling or whatever. That's not the proper definition for you. Power is your full truth radiating through you, your full authentic self set on fire. Like, just like, here I am, like, hear me roar kind of energy. Like, this is what I'm going to do with my life. This is about you guys being number 3s, self whole, filling your bucket. What brings you joy? What brings you peace? Fill your bucket, because as you fill your bucket, you amp your vortex up. So I want you to be on a mission of what makes me happy, what brings me joy, what brings me peace and contentment, and say no to everything else this week. Do not play in negative energies. If you are going out in public, up your vortex. So it's just simply summoning all your power back in, like a gold ball. Just imagine filling that gold ball up, drop it in, push it out into your vortex, set it, and then go out and do public stuff. Hold your energy. You're highly empathetic, number 3s, but that is not a bad thing. That is a gift. So in order for you to feel less of what's going on in the world, which I want you to do, I want you to feel less of it. It's not going to change by you becoming in the depths of despair with it. It's going to change by you becoming stronger, but that's a whole other conversation. Up it, and if your vortex is nice and strong, you're not going to feel the world around you as much, so you can sustain your vision, your purpose. You have big purpose, number 3s. This is the year where you're stepping into it, and if you haven't done it already, if you haven't really felt that expansion, then something's going on. There's a block there, because June was the month for like crazy expansion, and I have seen it across the board with the majority of my students and clients. So that June was the month. If it didn't happen, you got to do some figuring out on what's blocking it, what fears are going on, what limiting beliefs are going on, and learn how to use universal law. You understand the energy behind everything in your process, so that way you can capitalize on September's energy, because it's big, big, big in September. It is June on steroids. So July and August are preparing for that and integrating the newness. You do have huge purpose, number 3s, so you need to honor that. Start journaling about what that looks like, feels like, what you want it to be, and let that come forward through you for the world. But it is an overflow of just like beautiful, phenomenal energy for you this week if you use it properly. If you don't use it properly, you're going to have an overflow of tears or anger or frustration. So step back into your power, have faith in yourself, have the conversations with yourself about power, about this is my purpose. I am here for a reason. I signed up for this. I'm doing this. I am willing to step into purpose. My mantra right now is I can, and I did. And it's working amazing for me. So figure out what powers you up and step into that this week, because we just got this tail end of June's energy supporting you. So this is this is an internal thing. What do I need to be looking at, healing, fixing, transforming in order for me to make this shift in the world, for the world, because you were here for the world. You were here for the entire transformation of this planet. Number threes. So you got some responsibility, but it's wicked ass once you do it. Cool beans. All right, that's that. I just noticed the time. I got to jump on and teach my course. Ooh, yeah, I really do. My last week of moving from Survive to Thrive. So all of you that are watching this that are in the course, I'll see you literally in 2 minutes. I'm logging on early. And enjoy, guys. Try and breathe. Stay hydrated. Hydration is super important. And yeah, we're coming up to the beginning of July. So check out the website, man, because we've got like a galactic membership. It's friggin' amazing. The coolest group of people I've ever met. Like, they're phenomenal. Game changers, man. So cool. And then we've got our live on Sunday, and then the next round of Moving from Survive to Thrive starts July 4th on Monday. And there is a special promo. So if you didn't get it in the newsletter, reach out to me, and I'll give you deets when I'm done teaching tonight. Enjoy your week. I love you all so madly. Continue to stay brave, bold, and mother effing raw, guys. All right, bye.